Hey everyone, welcome back to the Baby Gang. Today's video I'm very excited to share with you. As you may or may not know, cooking is one of my passions and it's just something I love to do, and I think today's video is a great way for me to share that with you. Over the last year we've been partnering with Catelli Pasta, so I want to send a big thank you to Catelli for sponsoring today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 of our favorite pasta dishes using 4 different varieties of Catelli pasta. These 4 pasta dishes have become our staple pasta dishes in our house. Very simple, very easy to make. They're filled with lots of healthy ingredients, and the best part is Emily, Jackson, and Olivia and Levi love them. And I think as a parent, sometimes you struggle trying to find a meal that you know is healthy and that your kids actually eat, and I feel like I'm pretty proud of myself knowing that they'll like them and actually eat them. So I'm just going to go over the 4 different pasta dishes that I'm making, but I also want to share with you how I'm going to be using these 4 dishes to help me prep for winter. And by that I mean freezer meals. I'm going to be doubling each of these recipes, and then it's going to help me prep for this week for meals and then also prep for later on throughout the winter for meals. Sometimes in the winter you either get sick, whether it's you and your partner or your kids, and it's really hard to make dinner because you're not feeling too good or you're taking care of the kids. So with having a freezer meal already done, you can just pull it out of the freezer, pop it in the oven, warm it up, and then you're good to go. It's also great for those nights when you may not have enough time to cook dinner, you're running out of ideas, and you just need something quick and easy. So I'm going to go over each of the recipes that I'm making, and then after we'll get to cooking. So over here, the first recipe that I'm going to be doing is a baked mushroom ziti, and for this recipe I'm going to be using Catelli's Healthy Harvest whole grain wheat penne pasta. For this one I like to cut up the mushrooms and peppers very small, kind of saute them a little bit before, mix it in with the sauce, and then you never know that they're there. Dana's not a big fan of mushrooms, but I can get him to eat this. The second pasta dish that I'm going to be making is one of my favorites. It's a chicken noodle soup, and for this one I'm going to be using the Catelli Smart Veggie Pasta, macaroni style. And I really love this one because at each portion there's half a serving of vegetables, just kind of an extra way to get veggies into your kids without them knowing. I like to load this with as many veggies as I can, which is great because you can kind of customize how much veggies, what you like, what you don't like in this recipe. And then moving over here, we have our third pasta dish. It is chicken broccoli alfredo, and I'll be using the Catelli Ancient Grains fusilli pasta. And then lastly over here I have lasagna, and I'm actually going to be making 2 types of lasagnas, one veggie and one meat lasagna. And for both of them I'm going to be using the Catelli Smart Lasagna noodles. I'm very excited to share all these 4 dishes with you. I think it's going to be awesome. And we're going to get all the cooking done, then I'll come back, show you what I have, show you how I'm going to freeze it, and then add on a couple extra pointers and tips to help you prep for the winter. So let's get cooking. Prep work done and all the veggies are cut, it's time to bring everything together. So I'm going to be sauteing in this pan here everything for the veggie lasagna. Over here we're going to be doing the baked mushroom ziti, and in this pan here we're going to be sauteing the onions, bringing in and mixing the ground beef in with the sauce, and then getting everything assembled. out, we have our 4 meals that we'll be eating throughout this week for dinner, as well as the 4 meals that I'm going to pack away in the freezer as prep for the winter months. So over here we have our baked mushroom ziti. The meals that I have made out for this week I've just put in glass dishes, and then the ones that I'm going to be freezing I've put in the silver trays, or the silver tin trays, and that way it just makes it a little bit easier when you're putting in the freezer and then taking it, putting it right in the oven. And then here we have our 2 lasagnas. The meat lasagna we'll be eating this week, the veggie lasagna will be packed in the freezer. Over here we have our broccoli and chicken alfredo. And then here, as you can see, the chicken noodle soup is cooling down a little bit. And once this cools down, I'm going to be putting it in the freezer bags. And then just when, like, you want it to be very, very cold. Probably over in the fridge overnight and then pack it tomorrow. And then I'm going to lay it down flat, and then it will just kind of freeze, and then it'll be easier to stack. And then for the noodles, when I cooked chicken noodle soup the first time I tried it, I put the noodles right in the pasta and they got really slimy and gummy. I didn't really like it. So what I found is better is I cook the noodles separately, just keep them in a plastic container, and then as I'm going to be eating the soup, I can either put it in to heat it up with the soup, or I can heat up the soup, put the noodles in the bowl, and then pour the soup over top and it heats up like that. But this one will be in the fridge for the meal for this week. And then for the freezer meals that I have in the tinfoil tray, I'm just going to take a piece of tinfoil, place it right over top, lock it up, and then freeze it. And I also wanted to show you a couple other things that I have made ahead of time that are also good options to keep in the freezer. I made a big pot of spaghetti sauce. If you have any leftovers, that's a good thing to freeze. So I can just pop this glass jar of sauce right into the freezer, and then if I'm running late one day, I can just take it out, boil some noodles, and then you have a meal. I also made some turkey meatballs. I've already cooked them as well, so when I take them out, I'm just going to have to heat them up. And I like to heat them up in the sauce, so if you're heating up the sauce, throw the meatballs in, boil some noodles, and you have another instant dinner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I love sharing all of our favorite pasta dishes with you, and I hope that you really got some great ideas of meals that you can make for your family now, and then also meals that you can create for the winter through freezer meals. We're truly lucky in order to be able to have the ability to prep these meals and store them in the freezer. But I know especially around this time of year, there's families out there who may worry sometimes where their next meal is coming from, which is why Dan and I wanted to give back. And all the pasta boxes that you see here, Catelli has helped us out and provided us with 50 boxes of pasta to be able to donate to our local food bank. And then Dan and I, on behalf of the baby gang, every non-perishable food item that you've seen and that we've used throughout this video, we will be donating that ourselves to our local food bank too. So I'm very, very excited about that. I hope that it will help some families, and even if it's just a little bit, it goes a long way to those families in need. I just want to say a big thank you to Catelli for sponsoring this video and also providing us with the boxes. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you